Guys, look. There's loads of people watching us.
Yeah, guys. There's Miss Derbyshire. Don't you mean Princess Alison?
Oh.
Wait, I'm the English one here. Shouldn't I be good at Shakespeare? All the world's a stage.
Stop! Does that mean this whole time we're supposed to be like, thou shalt blah, blah, blah?
Oh my gosh. What?
1590. I am but a humble bard from Stratford upon Avon. With quill in hand, my verses capture both the lights and shadows of our nature. Let us embark on this journey together, as in my stories lies a mirror reflecting your journeys, hearts, and minds. All the world a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts.
World War II had just started. We spotted a large mansion, which was unattended, or so we thought. I needed somewhere to tend to the fallen warriors. But we heard voices. I saw shadows and felt the coldness that surrounded us.
1935. I was a landlord in Korea during the Japanese occupation. I wasn't going to let them take my land, so they shot me. I died in front of my wife and 2 children.
Shame and confusion. All is on the route. Fear frames disorder, and disorder wounds where it should guard. Oh, war, thou son of hell, whom angry heavens do make our minister. Throw in the frozen bosoms of our hot coals of vengeance. Let no soldier fly. He that is truly dedicated to war hath no self-love, nor he that loves himself hath not essentially but by circumstance the name of valor.
It's the partition of India. I felt a sense of danger from the British. I'm fleeing to the Himalayas with my wife.
1950, after the partition, it's early morning. I'll take my children with me today. No one must know we have left. I'm taking my family to Pakistan on a train. I've gently just been banished from his lips. Not what he's dead, but what he's banishment.
Ha! Banishment? Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more look in his terror, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Here from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
But there is no world without Verona walls. But purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then banished is death mistermed. Calling death banished, thou cuttest my head off with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
1950 is the Korean War. I must take this opportunity. My family is not safe here. I'll take them to the south.
What have you done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His fight was
here, but float upon a wild and violent sea, each way it moved. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again.
1950. He's the love of my life. We met in the north. But the Korean War started. We were separated. But love has brought us back together in South Korea. 1885. I met my love at the Greek border. Even though he comes from Greece, he's chosen to come to my home in Bulgaria. We're going to start a new life together.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being over my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and rides upon the bosoms of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It's nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name that would recall a rose by any other word? Would smell acid.
1901, Spain. Our eyes met at the top of this mountain, where we are soon getting married.
When in disgrace, in fortune in men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing thee but to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I enjoy most contented least. Yet, in these thoughts myself almost despising, happily I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark a break of day arising from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. Thy sweet love remembered, such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
1975. I just returned from the Vietnam War. Australia is changing. There are people from Italy, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos. They came from all over the world.
1990. I have just left my home, a small town in southern India. I hope for a better life and better education. I'm moving to Singapore.
Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit, as thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy, rich, not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaims the man. And they in France, of the best rank and generation, are for most select and generous chief in that. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend. And borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night, the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season, this indeed.
Each story you have shared is a precious thread, intertwining our fates and illuminating our paths. 1597. My play, The Book of Sir Thomas More, is banned. The Queen's censor fears it might incite riots due to the recent immigrant crisis. In light of the journeys explored on this stage, I invite you to lend your ear. Listen to the plight and promise of those who cross the border in search
has but to banish you.
Whither would you go?
What country, by the nature of your errors, should give you harbor? Go you to France or Flanders, to any German province?
To Spain or Portugal?
Nay, anywhere that not adheres to England.
Why, you must needs be strangers.
Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper, and breaking out in hideous violence,
Would not afford you an abode on earth.
whet their detested knives against your throats,
Spurn you like dogs.
And like as if that God owed not, nor made not you.
Nor that the claimants were not all appropriate to your comfort, but charted unto them.
what would you think to be thus used?
This is the stranger's case.
And this, your mountainish inhumanity.
Inhumanity.
I've been so many places in my life and I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life in stages with 10,000 people watching. But we are alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, darling, can't you see? There is no one more important to me. Can't you see through me? We are alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. You taught me precious secrets of a love withholding nothing. You came out in front while I was hiding. But now I'm so much better, and if the world don't seem to come together, listen to the melody.
Hello? Who's this? Make sure you take care of yourself.
What's the weather there? Are you sure you packed everything?
How come you're not picking up?
Did you bring enough money?
Are you eating well?
Are the kids okay?
We're all thinking about you.
Are your papers in order?
Everything's fine.
Though I have passed from this mortal being many centuries ago, my words endure as these brave souls breathe life into my plays. I ponder, how did they come together here to play for you? Pray, tell me, how did your collective journeys did begin?
I was 8 years old. I just wanted to go back to Shanghai. My mom left me on the big field and I started to cry.
I was 11 years old. Grace was the first person to reach out to me, and I thought she was a teacher.
I was 11 as well. I joined during online learning and never joined any of my classes because I thought they were optional. They weren't.
I was 12. Nobody said bye to me. I just wanted to go home. I was 12 years old as well, on my first day of yet another school. I want to go home, back to England.
I was 12 too. I was nervous of school. I didn't want to go. But Grace reached out to me and suddenly I felt safe. I was told. I got told off for saying Dulwich, not Dulwich. They wrote us a British shooter.
Hey, I was 12 when I joined as well. I was so scared for my first day, but all my lessons were online and I got to meet so many nice people.
I was 16 when I joined Dulwich 2 months ago. I'm still 16. On my first day of school, I was a nervous wreck thinking no one would talk to me. I was wrong.
Stop. Sorry. This is my play. Isn't it supposed to be like
I'm English. I should know. We can't just speak in modern talk.
I mean, it's fine. I got this. Chat GPT.
How can I help you with your English essay?
No. What are you talking about?
ChatGPT, how does Shakespeare tell our journeys?
At the tender age of 11, Grace, fair maiden, was the first to extend her hand to me, and in my heart I did believe her to be a wise and learned teacher. Lo, but when I was 12, I dare said Dulwich, at it doth sound, but alas, I was rebuked, scorned for not gracing it with the lofty air of Dulwich, as if I had insulted the very crown itself. Truly it seemed every soul around me was more British than the Queen's corgi, wielding the accents as if they were like swords.
My journey came to an end. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history is second to childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Trust that Mr. Redmond said, but just for all of you, the passion that you brought, I know the time and the energy that you spent, not only creating this really unique piece, but also then making sure that you could work together, all those different movements, I just think absolutely outstanding. And there are a few other people that we know have helped to create this and make this the performance it was. So I'd like to invite down to the stage with very bright lights. Christine, if we can just say really we know how hard you volunteer to support us, and I know all those times. Just a little token, say thank you very, very much. Thank you as well to Mion, who never comes down from her high perch. Yeah. But if you can come down as well, Mion, to say the light. Shanghai. And